You're right guys, welcome back to another video, and today is the start of my messy chef series. I'll be cooking arroz de marisco or seafood rice. These are the ingredients required to make seafood rice. So, firstly we need basmati rice, washed and soaked, crab, shrimps, squid, onions, olive oil, garlic, tomato puree. So this is Raja powder. It's a type of curry powder. You can't get these everywhere. We got it from Mozambique. No worries, you can use seafood stock. Any seafood based curry powder should also be fine. Into the veggies now. What have we got? We've got tomatoes, lemon to squeeze. We've got red and green capsicum and parsley. Firstly, make sure the pan is nice and hot. Ensure it is in medium flame. Once it's hot, add the olive oil. Once the olive oil is hot, we need to add our second ingredient, which is the chopped garlic. So, add the chopped garlic in, stir it really well, make sure everything's inside it, until it's nice and light brown. Keep stirring it until we got our next ingredient, which is onions. I prefer white onions, but in India, red onions are what is mostly available. As you can see now, it's getting more brownish and translucent. You can get that aroma at this moment. At this point we should add bay leaves, which is recommended, or alternatively cinnamon stick like we are can be added. Keep sauteing till it's light brown and you can feel the smell of the raw onions and garlic fade away. So that's how it looks. Up next we need tomatoes. So we've got fresh tomatoes. I think it's 2 cut tomatoes. In it goes. You should ensure that you peel the skin of tomatoes and let the water be released from the tomatoes. Keep stirring it really well, then cover and cook till it's nice and mushy. Once it's nicely cooked, or is it? Let's check. So I give it a good stir and I am poking through the tomatoes, and I don't think it's that cooked, as you can see. So I'm gonna cover and cook it in low flame for 3 more minutes. So now I can see it's nice and mushy, so I'm gonna add the tomato puree. So the tomato puree goes in, and as I said before, stir it, stir it, stir it. Close the lid and reduce the flame to low. Cook until the raw smell goes off. At this point you should see oil starting to separate. This is Raja powder or curry powder. The amount of Raja powder required to be added really depends on your personal taste and how strong you want your seafood rice to taste. I prefer it light flavor, hence why I added 1/3 of a teaspoon. Keep stirring lads, that's how it looks when it's cooked. Up next we're going to strain the rice. There it goes. Here it comes. So it's going to be strained in order for the rice to get rid of the excess water, and it's dry now. Stir, 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 stir. And we're going to add the stars of the show, which is squid, prawns and the crab. First of all we're going to add the squid. Come on squid, come in here. Alright mate, next we've got the prawns. So once they're in, make sure you mix them really well. Just a reminder, you could use calamari, mussels, whitefish, so these are options. So we just had squid, prawns, crab as freshly available to us. If you have better things, use them, especially whitefish and mussels and clams and mussels. So that's how it looks when the mixtures put together well. Make sure it's mixed really well, and the flavor is going to get to every inch of that seafood. Then we need to add Mr. Crab. So I've pre-cooked this. The benefit of it is that you have no worries about if it's cooked or not cooked, and you might end up overcooking the squid and the prawns, which is bad for the seafood rice. So just pre-cook it, then you'll be headache free. Add it in. There you go. Mix it well, mix it well, mix it well. So at this point you may taste it and add salt according to your taste. I prefer having more salt in these kind of dishes because at some point somewhere the salt goes away somewhere. So I do recommend having more salt. Look at this dish. Blimey, it looks good. You guys should try it. Let me know how it goes. Once it's covered and cooked, you can see that the squid and the prawns is cooked really well. At this point, we need to add the veggies in. Come on, veggies. Let's get rid of that lemon and put in the green capsicum followed by the red capsicum. In goes the capsicum brothers in. Come on in, lads. Hello lemon. So what do we do next? We've got boiling water. So for every cup of rice you can have twice the amount of water. So that's the rule. That's the rule you follow. So in case you want it a bit more soggy, you can add more water. So we had it a bit more dry, hence why we're going to keep the proportions 1:2. Now let's make use of that lemon and squeeze it in. So the zestiness really depends on yourself as well, just like the flavors. The reason I would add more is because once the water evaporates, the intensity of the lemon decreases. And here we go, Mr. Basmati. So basmati goes in, knock it down there. Here we go. So that's how it looks when the basmati is in, and you give it a little good stir and stir and stir. It looks beautiful, and now you should be able to smell everything getting together, and the vegetables will be cooked, the seafood's going to be cooked. I always ensure that at this point it is in low flame. This is because you don't want the squid to go rubbery and overcooked. Now cover and cook for 10 to 15 minutes. Also, it really depends on how much liquidity you want in your seafood rice. So I don't know if liquidity is a word, but yeah, you get what I mean, how much soggy you want it. As you can see now, it's nice and dry, just how we like it. Now you turn off the heat and cover it and let it rest for a bit. So now add the parsley. I forgot to tell you. Oh, did I? Oh yeah. Voila, or já está pronto, as the Portuguese would say. This is arroz de marisco. Thank you for watching my video. This is a recipe for 3 people, so look out for that. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and until next time, ta-da.